My name is Abdulkareem Mojeed. I'm a business and environment reporter for Nigeria's foremost investigative newspaper, Premium Times. So last week, I was at the city in the sun, Nairobi, Kenya, to report the inaugural Africa Climate Summit and the African Climate Week. I'll be sharing my thoughts around the highlights, key highlights from the conversations that happened at Nairobi, Kenya. One, it was my first time in Nairobi. The participation of the summit, attendance, over 12 heads of states, leaders, African leaders were in attendance, and likewise, according to the organizers, they recorded over 30,000 participants within that period. So it was laudable that we could have people coming together to discuss climate solutions for Africa. Two, the discussions, commitment. The summit was able to attract commitment that over $23 billion commitment from investors in order to upscale green growth, adaptation, and mitigation effort in Africa. Three is the Nairobi Declaration Pact, at the end of the 3-day extensive deliberation among the African leaders and delegates at the summit, yielded a Nairobi Declaration Pact, which among several things is communicating the African leaders, shared commitment towards reducing the impact of climate change, and letting world leaders know that Africa is actually could be the world powerhouse for renewable energy. Well, for the fourth, I think I will give it to Nigeria's participation at the summit. We had Nigeria's Minister of State for Environment and Ecological Management, Isiaq Salako, who represented President Bola Tinubu at the summit, while delivering Nigeria's national statement, clearly stated that Nigeria will require at least $17.7 billion annually for Nigeria to fulfill its unconditional nationally determined contribution pledges, for the country. It clearly shows that Nigeria went to the summit to see how to attract investment into the country in order to upscale, climate change adaptation mitigation projects for Nigeria. Yeah. Then 5 is I think the concerns among youth who were at the summit participating for the African Climate Week regarding the adoption of the Nairobi Declaration. Some are worried to say, in the midst of all these pledges and commitment, would they be able to fulfill them? We have the issue of the loss and damage, which I believe African leaders will be pushing for it to come to operationalization in the forthcoming Conference of the Parties. And we also have the now well talked about $100 billion for African countries to build projects around climate change adaptation that were not fulfilled over a decade ago. 6, the last but not the least, is the fact that the Kenyans, they are welcoming people. They are nice. Actually, they created an atmosphere that it's accommodating to visitors, and the fact that they were not hostile, so they make people to feel at home. To have a full grasp of all that played out at Nairobi, kindly visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com to read on the African Climate Summit. Cheers.
Investigations, special reports, analysis, and breaking news. Premium Times, a leading multimedia news platform, brings to you every minute stories that helps you make informed decisions and hold public officials, individuals, and organizations accountable. We have cartoons, videos, podcasts, and other interesting content for your delight. For timely update on politics, entertainment, sport, and business, visit our website on www.premiumtimesng.com and follow us on all our social media platforms. Don't miss out.